The 2018 Winter Olympics has arrived, and instead of it focusing on our athletes' impressive success in the sport, it has become a three-ringed circus of social justice warriors. For the past several weeks, we have heard members of Team USA publicly bash President Trump and ultimately embarrass our country instead of these world-class athletes focusing on representing our great nation. For example, Olympic medalist Lindsey Vonn announced that Trump was not her president and then dubbing herself as Caption America on the slopes of South Korea. Then there was U.S. speed skater Shani Davis claiming that the coin toss was racist since he was not picked to carry the flag. And finally, gay figure skater Adam Rippon, who has mocked VP Mike Pence for weeks for his Christian faith. Well, now after witnessing such an utter display of stupidity for these so-called talented athletes, karma may have caught up to one of them, teaching them a lesson they won't soon forget. There was a time in our nation's history that no matter who was in office, the Olympics would be a time for the country to band together, as well hoped our country would be scored #1 in the world. Entire families would get together to watch our nation's best and brightest athletes compete on the world stage to bring home the gold, and it did not matter what the politics were. However, that was before Obama was in office, when people kept their opinions to themselves and just focused on the sport, but not anymore. Today we live in a world where everyone has to tell everyone how they feel, and if you don't agree with them, you are immediately labeled a racist or a bigot, and, of course, our Olympic team did not disappoint. The American people have witnessed disgusting behavior from our athletes, but one athlete, in particular, crossed the line and is now reaping karmic payback. Adam Rippon, the openly gay figure skater for Team USA, has been attacking VP Mike Pence for weeks, taking jabs at the VP every chance he has got. For instance, instead of Rippon focusing on his sport, he has made it his mission to mock Pence on social media alongside openly gay American freestyle skier Gus Kenworthy. Well, if Rippon thought the Olympic judges would applaud his actions, he was wrong, and his latest scores on the ice prove it. Despite Rippon skating a clean program, he scored the worst, even lower than those who fell during the performances, and while there is a reason for it, one can't help but think the universe is knocking this egomaniac a peg or two. Here is more from USA Today. During the men's portion of the team figure skating event, Adam Rippon of the United States skated a clean program. Oars Mikhail Kolyada and Canada's Patrick Chan both fell, but scored better than Rippon. My timeline on Twitter went nuts with conspiracy theories and complaints that Rippon was robbed. Sorry, it's not that nefarious. It's actually by design from skating powers that be. To understand it all, we have to take a trip back to the 2010 Vancouver Olympics, when American Evan Lysacek won gold. The scoring at that time valued clean skating over innovation. Lysacek and his coach Frank Carroll worked the score sheet, taking advantage of 10% bonus given to jumps in the second half of the skate. What Lysacek didn't do was try a quad. Russia's Evgeny Plushenko, who performed a quad-toe in combination but who skate wasn't as clean, was livid. He won the silver medal, but complained that an Olympic champion should do a quad. The skating world agreed that innovation was needed, and changes were made to the scoring system to reward skaters who tried different and new things. This gets a stick today. If a skater falls on a quad, technical judges take a close look. Did he land it before he fell? They also look closely at what a skater's foot is doing on landings to make sure it is fully rotated when it lands. The reason quads are such a big deal is because they take so much time to perfect. Falls are still penalized a point, and the grade of execution, a multiplier adding or subtracting based on how well an element is done, is still applied based on how a jump is done. For right now, skating prizes innovation, and it's been rewarded by an arms race of quadruple jumps. But after every Olympics, the International Skating Union will look at scoring and how it awards points. Who knows how we'll be talking about scoring in 2022 now. For many people, this could be easily chalked up to as a coincidence, but when it comes to the hate we have witnessed towards Trump for the last year, it does not seem likely. You see, there is a saying that what goes around comes around, and when people such as Rippon are continually creating division, this is what happens. Maybe if Rippon and the rest of Team USA concentrated on winning the gold for America and stopped the social justice warrior tactics, they would see more positive results in scores. But until then, I hope he enjoys sitting in last place. For the web powered by Zergnet Olympic figure skater handles wardrobe malfunction perfectly. The real reason you don't hear about LeAnn Rimes anymore. Here's who Jackie Kennedy thought had her husband killed. This is what's at the center of Bristol Palin's divorce. The real reason Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux split. The victims of the Florida school shooting revealed.